Good evening and welcome to the Lagos studios of RATV. I am Adeboyega Labiron with the news. Lagos State Governor Akinwumi Ambode has received the UEFA Champions League trophy alongside its ambassador and former captain of Barcelona FC, Charles Puyol. The trophy and Puyol are in Nigeria on a 3-day visit to lead the UEFA Champions League tour aimed at connecting the championship with football lovers in Africa. Receiving them at the State House in Alausa, Ikeja, Governor Ambode, who was represented by the chairman of Lagos State Sports Commission, Kweku Tando, expressed excitement that the organizers of the tour considered Lagos as one of the states to visit.
That His Excellency is pleased that NA Kings and NBL have organized this trophy tour to come to Lagos. Most especially because His Excellency is someone that has always thrived and delved and worked and focused on the synergy between sports, entertainment, tourism, and so on. And we can see the effects of all that he's been doing in that regard.
He assured the team that all government agencies will work together with the trophy tour team to ensure that all the activities lined up for the tour were successful. Speaking for the UEFA team, Jordi Burut thanked Governor Ambode for warmly receiving the team. He explained that the trophy tour was organized to bring the tournament closer to fans.
Brought Carlos here because he represents what the UEFA Champions League is the joy of football, the joy of playing. The next 2 days we will give a chance to lovers of football, lovers of the UEFA Champions League to feel the trophy, to enjoy the contact with Carlos Puyol during VIP sessions that we will organize, and we will be holding all this in the heart of Lagos.
As part of the tour, the trophy and the UEFA ambassador Charles Puyol will be on a roadshow from Maryland bus stop to Ikeja City Mall, among other activities. Our Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has varied the bail condition granted the president of the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, Paul Usoro, senior advocate of Nigeria, and ordered the release of his international passport. At the resumed trial of Usoro on Wednesday, Justice Wilwan Aikawa also directed the defendant to inform the office of the acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, anytime he plans to travel out of the country. The court's decision followed an application filed by Usoro's lead counsel, Wole Olanikwekun, senior advocate of Nigeria, to that effect. Usoro is facing a 10-count charge leveled against him by the EFCC, with borders on money laundering to the tune of 1.4 billion naira belonging to the Akwa Ibom state government. But the defendant has denied the charges, saying the money was part of his professional fees. The judge had adjourned the proceedings to May 10 to enable the Attorney General of Akwa Ibom State, Uwemo Dimo Nwoko, and 3 others mentioned in the body of the charge respond to a counter motion filed by the prosecution. And now to Ondo State. The people of our town in Ondo State were today thrown into mourning as the news of the passing of their monarch, Oba Folagbade Olateru Olagbegi, the Olowo of Owo, filtered into the ancient town. A family source confirmed that a 77-year-old first-class monarch passed on Tuesday night. The monarch ruled the community for 16 years, having been installed as the traditional ruler of the ancient town in 2003 by the late governor Olusegun Agagu. During his reign, he served as Chancellor of the University of Benin in 2005 and later Chancellor University of Abuja. He was until his demise Chancellor of the University of Jos and a former chairman of the Ondo State Council of Obas. Meanwhile, the news of his death has not been officially confirmed by the Council of Obas. When our crew visited the ancient palace on Wednesday, after the news broke on social media, some of the chiefs who spoke off camera said some traditional rite will be performed before officially breaking the news of the death of the paramount ruler. But sympathizers were saying inside the palace wearing sober look. The chief press secretary to the Ondo State Governor, Segun Ajiboye, also confirmed that the government has not been officially informed about the development. A group is championing for early commencement of enlightenment campaign ahead of 2023 elections to reduce cases of election violence and voter apathy. The group highlighted this need during the presentation of its election monitoring report tagged Nigeria Election Violence Report Findings on the 2019 general elections. He claimed in the report that 18 people lost their lives during the 2019 general elections in the southwestern part of Nigeria. The group advocated for improved and continued efforts of voter education and peace initiatives before the 2023 general elections.
Security agencies should make sure that they make those people that have been apprehended are taken to court and they get conviction for that. That will also debar people, because from history we've not been seeing people that have been punished for electoral offences. So we hope that this time around they need to do more, and the INEC on their own also need to take this report and improve on their strategy.
I think with our experience of the just concluded election in Osun and generally in the southwest, it was observed that when peace initiative is increased, that is when civic education, civic engagement is improved, then definitely it will be reduction in the violence. So I want every principal stakeholders to take that action right from this moment to start sensitizing people about what they need to do so as to maintain peace during the upcoming election.
When we are talking about voters' education and a whole lot about civic responsibility, it's only NOAA. And it's so unfortunate that we have a lot of places that they could not reach. If before, during and after election, and even prior to election 2023, we have a lot of organizations, CSOs, governments, NGOs that can come up with the responsibility of doing more. Citizens need to know, the electorate needs to know what their right is, not waiting till when the election process is coming in.
The members believe that the move will assist Nigerians to be able to make informed decisions in 2023 general elections. Stakeholders in the mining industry have urged the government to take proactive steps in preserving and protecting the nation's mineral resources. They gave the charge in response to the Minister of Mines and Steel Development, Alhaji Bara Buhari's claim that the nation lost about 353 billion naira to illegal gold mining activities between 2018 and 2019. IATV Faith Agbetuya spoke with them and our reports.
Illegal mining has remained a major bane of the nation's economic development. According to statistics from the Office of the Minister of Mines and Steel Development, a minimum of 18 tons of the nation's gold deposit is being mined and smuggled out of the country on a yearly basis. Said amounts to the continuous annual loss of about 353 billion naira from the nation's economy. Regrettably, mines experts also argued that the same scenario plays out with some other national resources deposited within the nation's territory.
Considering the revenue lost that could have accrued to the federal government if we had the structures for proper mining of solid minerals. And it also speaks to not just mining of gold, but other solid minerals in the country. And the first thing that comes to mind is we need proper legislation. The regulatory framework around mining needs to be tidied up. And if we don't have a well-regulated industry, illegal mining is bound to continue.
The government is not checkmating the activities of these illegal miners. But that is now for gold. If you go to the oil and gas sector, the same thing is happening. You know, where people are refining crude illegally. and government has, so many times have gone to like destroy these illegal refineries and all. But again, like I said again, poverty is always the backbone of all those problems.
Economists say these developments contribute in no small measure to the multifaceted challenges confronting the nation's economy. In the face of claims and counterclaims of multiple taxation, alleged new tax regime, and stamp duties, economic experts are of the view that the nation's economy will do better if the government look inwards and protect its natural resources as against sniffling life out of already distressed businesses through heavy taxation.
Given all the issues that are taken for granted in other climes, that businesses have to provide for in Nigeria, I think it will be too much of a burden to add VAT into the basket of challenges that businesses are facing.
Mining experts, however, argue that it is possible to effectively man and mine the nation's resources if the federal government will pay due attention to having policies that will resist the activities of illegal miners across the country.
You map out the acreage, and from the acreage you create some leases, and these leases will now be given out on a license basis, on a tenured license basis, and then during that period they will need to go through all the necessary things, which includes an environmental impact assessment before you go ahead to mining activities. So that will take a little while, but once we can get legislation in place, the framework for the industry, and it's well regulated, we will not be talking of the loss.
The mines experts are of the opinion that the negative trend of losing fortunes to illegal activities of gold miners on the country's gold deposits will be put to a halt if the nation's gold value chain is reorganized. Faith